Hello,
Hey,
hello,
hey.
hello, everybody. Welcome to NUFC Talk TV. For the first time ever, we are live on our website. You're going to be able to see images, obviously, if on the website. We are also live audio wise on YouTube, so you can listen to us there. But if you want to watch the show, you can come onto the website and watch our full review. If not, you can wait. If you want to keep it on YouTube, then you can wait until tomorrow. It will
The
be.
website nufctalk.tv.
That's right, and you should see.
www.nufctalk.tv.
You usually don't have to do the WW anymore, but it's okay. That's old school, but it's fine. We're gonna
Well,
keep
we'll
it.
do http
We're gonna
slash
uh,
forward slash
let's not
forward
confuse,
slash colon www
let's
dot
let's not confuse people. Certainly,
just
um, but
live. If you want to watch, get live on the website.
exactly. And you guys are gonna be able to watch this on YouTube tomorrow, by the way. So that's it. But it's gonna be the edited version, the
Because
censored version, because obviously we can't put anything that we want on YouTube as far as match highlights is concerned, anything like that. So, which on the website you'll be able to watch it all as it is, raw, uncensored, and no editing whatsoever. Because we're gonna take a look at the highlights, man.
woo!
We gotta take a look at the highlights.
What a game to pick to do it. No.
Yeah, we certainly gotta take a look at the highlights because boy, oh boy, my oh my. And we are live on the there we go. We are live on the website. You can see it's working. So
Yeah,
please
yeah,
join
been
us
there.
there. And the first video that might pop up is probably the match that we tested and it came through. So you just gotta scroll through and come up with this video here. But well it's how can we start this? How can we start this?
Well,
I
let's
mean
start
it's
off with the
certainly
lineup.
24 hours later, things. I mean, actually, I can't really feel like I've calmed down because I've watched it over all over again and watched highlights over and over and over, and I just can't understand how toothless we were, effortless. It was a whole
Effortless. That's the word. Effortless.
disaster class by Newcastle United as a whole yesterday, man. You know.
The from
Oh,
and
hold on.
that's
Paul Clark is telling us on YouTube, by the way. Come on to the website, man. He says highlights. What highlights? Well, the low lights. We're gonna watch. We're gonna show you low lights from our end, certainly.
well, hello, Paul. What's happened to your predictions?
Yeah, we need him. Well, so what do you think, man? It was a
I'm
beat down.
saying I saw the lineup and I liked the lineup. I did not expect that we're going to play 5-3-2 with Trips as the third centre half. That worked against Arsenal because we had Botman proper centre half. If you were going to play 5-3-2, put Kraft in
Mm.
and then decide between Trips and Tino. It, it, I, I love, I thought 4-3-3, we're going to play a normal game, high press. And obviously the idea was to play the high press because their first goal, everybody apart from Trips was over the halfway line. But the problem with the press was, which I said from the third minute when we're doing the commentary,
Hmm.
our players were not pressing. They were 10 yards away from all the men, and Edison could just pass that ball to whoever he wanted to.
Well,
It was oh man. I said I've never been as angry after a match as what I was yesterday.
if you're
Uh,
gonna do
uh, uh,
something, you got to do it right, and
exactly.
that's with anything in life, to be fair. But yesterday, man, it was just abysmal, abysmal. And it's not about because there are fans that are online telling us we lost one game, man. Like it is what it is. You can do that to the champions. Yeah, when you put it like that, everything sounds good. But the fact of the matter is, you can lose against the champions. There's no problem at all.
Right.
The
Here's
problem
here's
is,
here's the thing. Right. We've just gone live, and I'm watching the chat now. Tiger Studios. What a surprise! straight in with his foot in. When we win, how's amazing, but when we lose, oh, it's the players. It's a bloody joke. That team that we picked yesterday should have been able to beat Man City,
Mm.
or at least get a result.
Right.
It's not down to Eddie that not one of those players gave a toss for 90 minutes. Not one of them. That's not Eddie's fault. I blame Eddie absolutely for his game management, because there should have been changes after half an hour. Everybody could see that. Either in the way we were playing and change, fuck the back five, go oh, I can say what I want now because we're on the web. Fuck the back five, go back four with trips where he should be playing, and let the rest get up and push, or change the personnel altogether. You know, bring Kraft in if you want to do that. Whatever. But then, to bring Callum Wilson on, we're 3-0 down. I've got no problem with that at all. Bring Callum on, so we're playing with two attackers. But then take fucking Gordon off. You've got two strike and put Longstaff on and expect Longstaff to provide the ammunition for our two new forwards. What the fuck, man? It was nonsensical, man. Eddie gets 2 out of 10 yesterday, 2 for the team selection originally, and nothing for the rest of the match. Pathetic.
Damn. Well, we didn't see this reaction certainly yesterday. You were talking about reading poems and
I was
stuff.
in shock yesterday, man. I was in shock, and I've every time I've watched it since, fucking hell, man.
It's crazy.
You know, how am I? You know, you've got Tiger there having a go at me. Right, he's entitled to have a go at us. I still don't agree with what he's saying. That you know, when we win, it's Eddie's fault. Eddie's.
Well, he's saying that
credit.
because of that's what fans.
What I'm saying is that those players didn't give a fuck yesterday.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. Not one of them. Not one of them. And, well, Maley, to be fair, when he came on, he put half a shift in. But the rest of them, it was a joke, man. Utter joke.
A joke. Well, where do we go from there, man? It's just.
Listen, I'm not even being wise after the event. I said, I've got me notes from the live watch along yesterday. The scene was set from the first 5 minutes.
Mhm.
No real plus. Even though all of the defenders were pushing up the pitch to allow that press to happen, the forward players, the forward midfielders, Bruno, Tenal, they just weren't on the men at all. They weren't, you know, Edison could pick any one of those players that he wanted to pass out to because the players were not tight with them. Oh, man. Shocking.
Look,
And this
there-
is the worry. This is the worry with Eddie, right? I said again yesterday. This is the 5th game we've had this season where we've had a chance to cement our position in the top 4.
by the way, Tiger's telling you not to get too angry. So he's
you're
watching
too
it
late.
live.
You're too late for that, mate.
He's watching it live on the website, but he's telling us, you know, he needs to calm down because he's worrying about you, man.
It'll take me until a win over Forest to lose my anger. I have never. I've been watching Newcastle now for 60 odd years, and I can't remember ever being as angry as I was yesterday because, honest to God, the players just didn't look as though they gave a toss, man. Not one of them. Not one of them.
Well, but that can't be the case, though. I mean, that can't be the case. I mean,
Well,
it was certainly that's the way it looked yesterday, so I understand that. But
yeah.
it's not. I mean, you don't go, you don't get the ups and downs, the great performances to the bad performances if that was the case that they absolutely don't care about it. You know, they do. But it's just
Uh,
I think that the main problem is what Bruno Guimaraes said yesterday is that they cannot. Nobody brought it up,
well,
by the way.
that's Bruno's worst ever game in a black and white shirt, bar none.
But he's saying that it's
And
because
he's apparently got annoyed with everybody in the dressing room by all the reports. Well,
exactly.
fucking wow! Why didn't you do something? Because he was directly to blame for the second goal. He made no attempt to track back until it was too late. Made no attempt to track back Marmoush.
But I think it's because you know
And by the way, I'm
look.
drinking coffee on a Sunday. That's how fucking pissed off I am.
I think the problem is that we simply are focused on the final. I think the players
Yeah, well,
can.
that's not good enough.
I think the players cannot shake the fact that we are in a final, and I don't know what they're. I don't know if they. I'm not saying they're scared or I don't know what's the issue. Roy, are you there? Who's the voice of reason there? I'm sure it's Roy.
I've no
Um,
idea.
well, I sent the link to Roy anyway, but I don't hear him. So Roy, fix
He's
yourself.
in. I can't see him. I can't hear him.
Get yourself situated. Once I see your mug, I'll bring you on. But it was just a tough outing to even begin with. I mean, just I don't know. It's not that the players don't care. It can't be that. It's just the fact of the matter is that the players are looking. There's Roy. The players are focusing on the finals. Like they can't get it. They can't shake it off. And I'm
Guys, can you
afraid.
hear me or not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because
yeah, that's good
my
now,
speakers are
right?
not
Yeah,
my speakers not working.
I can. We can
Can't
hear
hear
you.
you.
We
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Refresh.
Yeah, he's gonna have to refresh anyway. But I don't know how to shake it. I don't even know how to shake it off. If players can't do it themselves to where they alone, um, you know, I don't know. Tiger says what happened to the stream. I think we're still there, aren't we? Oh, what happened?
2 seconds.
There it is. Isn't that? It says that we're still going live. Um, yeah, we're there. We just got to refresh. It's all good. Um, my issue is that I don't know what Eddie Howe can do. Um, I mean, this is not going to sound good to people, but I think that yeah, Eddie Howe does have his issues. I think his strategy didn't work out at all. I think his tactics were old. They were just outdated, and it was just and he was frozen. He froze to when he's supposed to do something. He absolutely froze. So that is an issue that I got with him. But at the end of the day,
Yeah, we're good on the website.
but at the end of the day, if I'm a footballer with a brain, which I think most do have one, and if something is not working, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I mean, I don't know that Murphy had the bullocks to say I'm not playing right back. I'm going forward. Well, then you get into that what if. So what's happening. What do you do? What are you allowed to do? What you because I think the tactics in itself was just all rubbish. Is the captain Bruno? Does he have the balls to say, Eddie? Man, it's not working, man. It's 30 minutes in, man. We don't know what we're doing here. I think we need to go back to the way.
Well, that's not the captain's job. That's the manager's job.
No, but the captain's job could be this is not working on the pitch. So I need to tell my manager. We need to have that open line of communication to say we're not doing good.
What, like he doesn't know that Eddie can see it 3-0 down that it's
Well,
not working.
apparently not. Apparently not, because he kept going. You tell me
Yeah.
why it kept that kept happening like
Which is precisely what another one of the various factors why I'm so fucking angry.
well,
Because I'm bullying Eddie up to the best of me ability all the time, and then this sort of thing happens.
yeah. Roy, what do you think, man? 24 hours later, have you came to
I'm not as angry as Wayne. That's
yeah,
for sure.
a win is nice.
Because I don't think that was worse than Bournemouth at home or Fulham or
Oh, it
Palace
was. It
or
was a
Fulham
lot
away.
worse.
It wasn't because we got thumped 4-1 or was it 4-2? I can't remember.
4-1.
West Ham
1-0.
from rubbish teams at home against one of
They're
the
not
best teams
rubbish
in the
teams,
world.
man.
The
Yeah,
rubbish teams compared to City,
exactly.
and then West Ham goes and beats us and haven't won a game since. So yeah.
Yeah, that
Anyway,
was a bad one.
it's the reason. I think it was three things yesterday. It's personnel, game management, and opponent. Let's say we're on
Okay,
our
hang
best
on.
day.
Let's take
Best
that in
day.
that order. Personnel. What personnel would you have changed?
None of them turned up. No.
No,
It was
no, no,
actual
no.
No,
players.
but
What
it's not about
personnel would you have changed?
I
Because
wouldn't
I
have
was
started
happy
Willock.
with it.
I wasn't happy with Willock. I wanted to go with three at the back, and if Botman was in there, to go with Kraft.
Right. Well,
If you were gonna play
that's kind of 2020 hindsight. If you think that
well,
that's
but when it is
because you can't stop
2020,
them.
but it's 2020 hindsight. 30 minutes in, that's 20-minute hindsight. 30-minute hindsight. You know what I mean? So he should know and see. Okay, I thought this was gonna work. Now it's not working. So why? I'm not having an issue really too much with the lineup in itself, but he cannot. I don't know why make a change. I don't
Before
know.
they scored,
I don't know.
before they scored, Foden could have scored and went straight in the middle to
well,
Dubravka.
And
Few
you know,
signs were there.
2 minutes.
yeah,
That was,
yeah.
Sorry, 4 minutes 50. If it hadn't been for Burn making his long leg tackle, Holland would have had a goal.
Yeah.
yep.
And we're looking at the highlights now.
8 minutes in. 8 minutes in. Trips was bailed out by Dubs because Dubs came right out because Trips cocked up.
But
Yep.
11 minutes. Hall, for once in the game, great defending tackle on Savinho.
Look how
And
open
then
we are.
let's,
Just look how open it
let's
is.
focus on the highlights real quick. I mean, let's talk because now we're on the website. If you're not on the website right now, come onto the website because you can actually go play by play with the like right there.
Oh,
Marmoush
look at that, man.
was given.
Shocking.
Oh, this is
Where the hell was Dan Burn and
and that is the
they
main.
were both over the halfway line.
No,
yeah,
way.
but that's
Don't try to get.
exactly
This is
management.
the main problem. Yesterday in the watch along, we said it was Trippier. Yeah, Trippier did go for it, but he was the last
Look at
resort.
that, man. It's
He had to do
Yeah,
unbelievable.
something
Look at Dan Burn jogging
wrong.
back.
He chose wrong, Trippier. But look at Dan Burn.
what are you
Fabian
talking
Schär-
about jogging back?
Yeah, look at him jogging back. Unbelievable, man.
This is
Unbelievable.
Burn
Trippier.
on
What
the
was
left.
Trippier? What was the right back doing there in the
No,
middle?
listen, that goal was down to Trips.
No, it wasn't.
No,
No,
it
it
wasn't.
wasn't.
It was down to
Well,
two lefties, the centre backs.
and to the plan.
Look at this. I mean, let's pause it
Yeah.
right
Look
there.
at the two. Look at Fabian Schär and Dan Burn.
This ball is up in the air. Fabian Schär is here, right there, and Burn is right here. Way too deep. Way too deep.
Yeah, because they were pressing.
Because we
But-
weren't
but
pressing.
But the
We
problem was
Good
they,
job.
didn't
they were
press.
they were enabling the forward players to press the way we can if they were actually doing it, but they weren't. If you go back, you'll see we were 10 yards off every player.
The problem here on this one, they were warning us. This was the play before. They were warning us. 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes. And the next one, 18
That was game
minutes.
management.
That is crazy right there.
This what
And-
happened was instructions from Eddie.
But wait a minute, go back to when to where Edison's got the ball.
Right there.
Right,
Yeah.
right there. Now look, we're supposed to be the reason that the centre halves are up is because those players are supposed to be pressing.
When you can
I can't point to them because you've got the thing. But look, Willock is 10 yards off his man.
yeah, but this
Gordon is 5 yards off his man.
I agree with you. The forward should have been pressing, and they
There's not one of them man on man pressing.
well, first of all, yeah, you're right. When you press and you high press, the
And
goalkeeper,
if you high press, you've got to do it.
the goalkeeper can't have the ball where he's at right now. And
Exactly.
that's a fact. So that's good. But I just feel like we went. Well, first of all, the forwards didn't do a good job at it. So you can actually go and say that's their fault as well.
Of course it is.
But and then you get into why your center backs are so forward. That's something I do not understand why.
Because the only way you can press the way we press when we do it well is with the back line up.
But hold on. One thing that you've got to know who you're playing against, and everybody's got to know who their man is. Can Haaland beat? I'm sorry. Can Byrne beat Haaland off in a one-on-one situation?
No.
No.
So he knows he's got to stay.
Got nothing to do with this has got nothing to
I
do with
understand
Haaland.
that, but part of the problem is here nobody recognizes
He's on his man.
because if the ball goes, if it goes to a Savinho per se,
No, but Byrne being with Haaland is making sure that he can't get the ball. Nobody's going to pass the ball to him if Byrne stand beside him.
But if Haaland gets the ball there, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no danger there. And what happened next is
The point is he wouldn't get the ball.
Right here, Marmoush, and I mean Trippier goes for it. He had two options, but it's not Trippier's fault.
It is Trippier's fault.
No, it's not like this goal was
it's not Trippier's fault.
No, because Trippier had to do something. I mean, what is he going to do?
What can he do there, Trippier?
Well, he can just run and say, instead of trying to head the ball and leave him by himself.
He can stay with the man. So that's one option. But I mean,
football instinct. First thing you do is try to hit it. You couldn't reach.
Yeah,
if that was Dan Byrne, he would have.
If you're going to make it,
and that was too.
He shouldn't have been in that position to start with.
That's because he's playing that third centre half. That was the bad.
I think this is either cocky management by Eddie, thinking he's going to beat them like this, or just naive. Because every team that beat City, except for Real Madrid and maybe Liverpool, just park the bus and hit them in the counter. And we are not good enough to press a team like City.
I'm not arguing with you there, Roy. I'm not,
Yeah, so what he should have done is at least play three at the back or park the bus and hit them in the counter.
If he decided, which it looked like from as Gary remarked early on in the play, in the game, he's going 5 with, and Gary pointed out that Murphy was playing right back. Now, to me, if you're going, and it looked as though that was exactly the way Eddie had set it up. He decided that's what he was going to do instead of playing the 4-3-3. That was the lineup that I thought was excellent.
Yeah,
he decided he was going to play
the name
5 at the
imagine.
back.
If
he's playing 5 at the back, you don't have fucking Trippier as the third centre.
Okay, now we're going to the second goal because this is crazy, man. The second goal right here, it literally
hold it right there. Hold it right there.
Look at all these Newcastle players, man.
And if you go back a few frames from that, Bruno doesn't try a hopper.
See, right there, somebody needs to get on.
Right. Bruno's by the referee there.
Somebody needs to get Gundo.
And now run it through and see where he ends up. Just jogging.
For me, that was pure quality from them.
It was quality. I mean, Marmoush.
I can't blame any of the players for this. We're just low quality.
But look at Trippier. Look at Trippier. The Trippier is going to tackle in front of Marmoush, right? Right there, Trippier. Look at what Trippier does right now. Yeah. Look at Trippier. He's telling the midfielder, maybe Bruno or something. Why did we look at? Why did we let him? There we go. You saw Trippier.
I saw him there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
He's bollocking somebody.
Bruno just jogging back.
Yeah.
I think we see things in black and white
I've watched this
eyes.
all 20 times now, man.
And by the way, some of the chat on YouTube saying here that Kinney next two games we could be 11th. The next three games
Hope not.
out the cup also.
We must
And
be.
we could also be 5th.
If focus on final, they're going to drop in the league and out of the FA Cup before then. When you're going to realize we reached our limit? Well, if that's the case, then
Well, that's the other thing. Man City spent 150 million pound in fucking January, and we spent nothing.
well, then whose fault is that then?
Well, that's why you respect your opponent, park the bus, rough them up like we did against Arsenal in the second game and the first game, and don't try to be a hero and open up against them and play.
You know it's crazy though. But
Well,
think
I've got no complaints with the lineup. It
But
was
ain't got
with
no.
the
Not about
game management and substitutions.
It's
for the
not
problem.
about. It's not about the mans. It's not about the names. The names are who we are, who we got. So that ain't gonna change. I mean, as far as names is concerned, we are who we are.
It's just who we are, mate.
Exactly.
It's just who we are.
It's just who we are, man. But
Man, even Real Madrid wouldn't open up against them.
it's the way he plays them, the way he put them on the pitch. You got Trippier as a center back. You got Murphy as a right back.
Yeah.
That right there is.
I agree. That's what I'm saying.
But
There was nothing wrong with the selection.
But you know what's
It was
funny?
the game plan that was the problem.
I know, but you know what's funny? Who's the left winger? So you had Trippier, who's a right back,
And by the
playing
way,
centre back, and
just
Murphy.
saying,
So you
I
got
wanna
two. Their left winger scores a hat trick.
I'm gonna throw it in there just in case because as we're watching right now, Dan Burn.
Well, to say left wing has kind of a bit of a.
Dan Burn is the one that plays Marmoush on side here. Just letting you know that. I'm just throwing up, throwing a fact. Mighty Wind, you ain't gotta be mad about it. It is what it is.
Listen,
You know what it is, though. Have you seen that goal again? Dan Burn almost got it. Watch this here.
He had not. Really.
Well,
He didn't even throw
they
it.
could have hit one of the. How many times this season we got saved by some defender throwing himself on the line?
Listen, man, Tripper didn't have a great game either, but I mean,
none of them did. They're all shit except Miley.
At least
all
exactly.
And I'm not blaming Dubravka for anything. So Miley and Dubravka are not shit. Everybody else was shit.
Just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
A lot of people are.
That's true.
Look at that one, man! Unbelievable,
come on, man.
Unbelievable that.
That cannot happen because you're already putting the team in danger, and Haaland is there. And we can look at Savinho again. Savinho just
Dubravka, man, saved that.
I know, that's what I'm saying, and people are blaming Dubravka.
No.
Dubravka's got nothing to blame the whole game.
Pope would have. Are you kidding me? With sometimes the way City were. We had to, as defenders, we had to pass back to the goalkeeper a lot of times where they were pressuring us. If they would have done that with Pope, man, are you kidding me?
Fucked, proper fucked.
Let me tell you this: if Pope would have played yesterday, Pope would have never been able to play for Newcastle.
This would have been 5 or 6 if Pope was on.
He would have never been able to play for.
Well, to be fair, it could have been 5 or 6 at half time. Anyway.
I understand that, but it wasn't going to be because of Dubravka's foot mistake.
Definitely not.
And if Pope would have been there, he would have cocked up enough to where he would have gave up 2 goals just by his dribbling, and that would have just kicked him out of the club completely. Trust me, fans would have not had that in. Anyways, so Ian says the whole team was crap yesterday. And let me see. And
when your first shot on target was Miley after 60 minutes.
Yeah, the only shot. The only shot on target.
Yeah, 60 minutes, and it was Miley when it came on. Unbelievable.
And I mean, right here, it did this one right here. Look at this one. Dan Burn almost committed an own goal. I mean, he had no choice, obviously, in this particular play. But it was just 28 minutes in, and at this point, Newcastle are not going to have a good night whatsoever. Look at this, man, just barely missing. And actually, Haaland
Big Dan.
Haaland didn't have a particularly good game either. Not even good or bad. I don't think he was fed enough. I think they used.
I don't think he needed to go out beyond second gear. Most of them.
Yeah.
There's
right here,
and then we get the chance.
Yeah, see right there. This is a good opportunity too, man. But we just we had to capitalize, and that's the thing about it. Same about the final. When you get a chance, you're gonna have to capitalize.
One extra step too many instead of hitting it.
There you go.
And this is it.
That's just Bruno.
I blame Lewis Hall for this. Backing off, as usual, backing off.
Well, you're right.
There was quite a few of them who had their worst game in a black and white shirt.
Well, Marmoush was by himself to tap that in, man.
Yeah,
and so that you can blame that, but obviously,
but he'd left Bruno.
Look, we've had about 6 people in the box. Watch this now.
Yeah,
look at Hall
who's
first.
marking who here?
Look at that.
Look at 3. Hold on, go back, Mick. What is this nonsense, man? 3 of them go to one player. And Bruno, oh man, Bruno's
trying. Dan Burn. Look at this. Look at what Dan Burn is. Well, look what Marmoush is, and look what Dan Burn is.
But look at the
and then
nobody with
Bruno as well.
Nobody with Bruno.
There's Bruno right behind him.
Nobody goes with Marmoush. Unbelievable, man. It was unbelievable.
High intensity, my ass. Yesterday.
No,
there was nothing there.
There was nothing. Exactly.
On a positive note, I don't think Liverpool are as good as City.
Well,
City were.
I don't know.
City are not top because they were rubbish.
This is City 3.0, isn't it?
I think this was this. Well, actually, I've heard.
Look at that, man.
I've heard some. See, this is a good opportunity right there.
No, this is brilliant.
Yeah,
everybody's on the other side walking, running in, but
look at that, man. Unbelievable.
Shite. That's 3. He's got 3 players.
Willock. That's a Willock play right there.
He's got 3
I think Willock's going to be my new Miggy.
I think the sooner we get rid
of
him,
look at that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I don't want to see that again.
It was just, who in the world, though? Hold on, man, because I just don't get it, bro. I don't
right. Shite, man.
I just don't get it, man. This is supposed to be professional football. 54 minutes in, you at this point, you're not going to
3-0 down. You're not going to 3-0 down, and he's passing.
Who passes that? It's like the opposition would do that to try to score. Who passes that? I don't care. You just take the violation if they're gonna. But who passes that like that, man?
Unbelievable, man. Slow twat. Yeah. Fucking thick as fuck, all of them.
I mean, I don't get
Look
it, man.
At
that. This could have been worse than it ended up being. To be fair.
Well, to be honest, I think City took their foot off the gas towards the end.
I mean, they won the game. They're good. They got other tournaments.
Still scored from the corner.
And even then, when Dubravka gets the ball,
I think that's Miley's shot, isn't it? No.
Yeah.
This is my
look at that. There. Yeah, there you go.
It was a decent shot, but but you see how quickly. Look how quickly City defenders.
That's it. Yeah.
Goes in, it's and they're winning.
Well, it wasn't 60th minute. It was the 59th.
Have you got the example one where this might be it?
Look at Dan Burn there. Fuck. He should have spotted his heating.
Oh, man.
We need to see a close up here. Look how he gets the ball. Just put your heating.
I don't know if I'm from his.
Yeah, look at it. Look at him. Put your heat in. Look at this.
Oh yeah,
that was Van Dijk. That was in. Look. Oh, right. Fuck off, man. You just jump and whack it. Fuck's sake. Yeah. How many goals has Dan Burn scored with his head? With us? One? PSG?
Since PSG, I don't think I've
tallest bastard in the league, man.
Ooh, and this here.
That was Tonali's fault, that one.
Why? Oh, because
he left him went around him. Don't know why. I have no idea what he's done there. I've got no clue what he's done.
That was Tonali's fault, yeah. That was Tonali's fault. I mean,
look at that shortest twat in the fucking mat on the pitch. Shortest twat on the flipping pitch. Look at that.
Yeah, I don't know. They were wrestling each other, and then he just ends up being.
They weren't even wrestling each other.
I think
this lad's easiest goal he's ever scored. Look at him. Fucking the screws in my knees are older than him. Look at that, man.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's something weird. We're gonna look at it again. So they are wrestling, and the guy that
I don't know why he went around him.
I mean, what was he doing? No idea.
Look at that here. Okay, that was good from Haaland, but
right there.
He was in front of him. He went behind him
by himself, man. I mean,
look, he was in front of him there.
This is the one that shows it. Denali's just got to get his fucking head on that.
When it's one or two players out of form in a match, you can blame the players. But when it's 11, you blame the manager.
I'm not gonna listen. It's an off-quoted thing.
Got his ass kicked.
Yeah,
You tell you what, I'm not a Pep fan. I am not a Pep fan because for me, it's all about him spending and spending. And he was getting walloped every flipping week until he spent another 150. His big daddy, he said, "Daddy, I want more money to fix my team because I can't finish in the top 4 without another 180 million spent." And then when he bought this fucker.
Yeah.
So that's all his Pep is done.
Yeah,
He
please
spent billion plus now, and there you go.
join us on the
And
website.
Eddie didn't respect him.
Join us on the website, NUFCTalk.tv. The link has been in the chat.
Say good telling anybody that.
So join us there, and you should be able to watch it.
His first hat trick ever. Him that Belly.
Yeah, we're testing this thing out. We're definitely going to be adding more stuff onto the website. We got the NUFC Talk TV originals that are only going to be on the website. Only watch on the website, and then the review like this one, we got it live on the website, but we'll post it on YouTube tomorrow for the people that just want to be on YouTube. So that's fine. But we gotta we gotta get the website involved, man. It's been lonely for too long, yeah. So Eddie Howe, shall we listen to Mr. Edward?
Probably not what you want to see from your team today. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, we're disappointed, very disappointed with our general performance today. I expected us to be really competitive today. I don't think we, just starting off the ball, in terms of trying to deliver a really competitive, energetic performance, it wasn't there. Then the duels, we were off on our duels, so then it becomes very difficult because they're still the best team in the Premier League, maybe the world still for me in the build-up phase. And with the ball, I think they're still a very, very difficult team to play against. They then can keep the ball for long periods of time, so it can become a difficult mix if you don't get that first part right, and we didn't today, and sadly that led to a disappointing performance.
Are you getting slightly irritated that the team when they're good, they're excellent, but when they're bad, they can look like they did today?
Yeah, I don't think we're perfect. We're far from it. I think we have days where we can look far from the team that we are when we're on it, and it's a real frustration for us because to be an elite team, you've got to be consistent. You've got to figure out ways to be competitive, even if you're not feeling your best or as cohesive as you want to be. Certainly today, it looked like a difficult start to the game for us, but then we never responded really in that first half. It was a tough half to watch. I thought we were much better in the second period, but the game was gone.
Okay, we've got a Scott, Craig, and then Lee.
Yeah, probably just following on from that really, Eddie. When we talk about that first half, I mean, I think we've probably seen and heard enough from you to know what you like from your team, what you want from your team. That wasn't an Eddie Howe team performance in that first half, was it?
No, it was as I said, it was painful to watch from the sideline. You know that we were a yard off where we needed to be. We seemed to be reactive. We allowed their good technical players too much space. Now they do have outstanding players, and as I said, they're still, for me, I know a lot's been made of their run, but still for me, with the ball, they're the best team in the Premier League. And we've had some difficult games here, but that just, we weren't competitive enough. We weren't in their face enough. And when you come up 50-50 against any direct opponent, we were losing too many of those battles, and ultimately those things cost you matches.
And does it say something? I mean, you know, not having a go at any players or anything in particular, but does it say something that almost in the first 10 minutes he'd been on the pitch, you probably saw more of that from Lewis Miley than maybe you'd seen from a number of the other players that were out there in that first 45?
Yeah, I think the big positive today is Louis' performance in that second half, and he showed not just bravery out of possession in terms of winning duels and covering the pitch, but in terms of taking the ball and showing composure and making the right decisions, which we didn't make enough of. So he can be very proud of his performance, but some of us need to look at him, and he led the way.
Thanks, Scott. Craig?
Eddie, you said after the Fulham game that the players might have had one eye on the subsequent match against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup semi. Now you're in the final, is there a danger a month away that final does become the focus? Because it could be a long month if that is the case.
if that is the case, we're in trouble, Craig, because our Premier League season will be over really by the time that final comes around. It can't be the focus. It's on the horizon. It should be a positive. It shouldn't be a negative distraction for us. I'd encourage the players to look at it that way. It's an excitement, but we have to go back to work, and work is the Premier League, the day in, day out. And we have to perform better. That's 3 of our last performances in the Premier League that haven't been good enough. And they've all had similar traits in them. So, yeah, back to basics for us, I think, for next week.
Thanks, Craig. Lee?
That is the question right there, isn't it? Wow. You know,
That's the first time I've heard that.
did
So just to take what he
see-
said, bit by bit. He says we were a yard off, or we weren't a yard off. We were 10 yards off.
Miles off.
He said, in his opinion, Man City are the best team in the Premier League at keeping possession and controlling the game. So is that why he set up the way he did? Because he was frightened of them. That's what that says to me. The best team in the Premier League at keeping possession, and hence that's why he's done what he's done. Bad. And then he says 3 of the last 4 performances have been 4 of the last 4 haven't been good enough. We beat Southampton, but we were shit. We haven't played a game. That we've played 1 game in the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks? 3 weeks, and that was Arsenal. And then we started with a 2-0 lead.
We were rubbish even against Wolves in the second half.
Wolves.
And then it started from there. And then...
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, before those. Yeah, absolutely.
Then somehow we turned up against Arsenal. And then the thing is with Arsenal, the front 3, you can't compare them to the front 3 of City. And then Havertz hit the post in both games. When it was 0-0 in both games. Things could have been completely different.
I'm saying Marcelino. Fucking it was what I call the Arsenal left winger, man.
Martinelli.
Martinelli, not Marcelino. Martinelli hit the post in the first game. Not.
No, but I think we're missing the point here. That it has worried Eddie Howe, and I can see his face. And he stole Craig Hope. If that's the case, we are really in trouble. Our season
we
is
are.
gonna be over. Our season is going to be over if we're waiting for the final. A good, to win it, which was not guaranteed, and then get that boost from winning a cup that ain't gonna get it done, man. And that is a small player mentality, small club mentality, small team mentality altogether. If that's the way we just achieve going to the final, so that's it. The world stopped. I don't understand that. I mean, it's
And he said, let's just see who starts against Forest. He's just said that. He's just said there. Maley showed them how to go on.
Should start.
And let's see if he starts.
You know what I think one of
it
Eddie's
means
problems...
effectively, excuse me, means effectively playing 4-4-2. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, but
just play him instead of Willock and just go with your 4-3-3.
But we know he's not gonna play no Miley, man. Come on,
You never know. I think he...
just living on the.
I think he will now.
We're living in La La Land if you really think that he's going to make any.
Yeah, I really think.
By the way, you don't need to make any player adjustments, man. Let's be fair. It was, he had everybody had a stinker, but Willock is not really a starter. So Joe Linton he's hurt, but it's not even about the names. It's about why did he direct his players to do what he did, and if he didn't,
I don't know.
Because people say, well,
no, he did. Well, we know why he did. He said why he did, because they're the best team in the Premier League.
Well, if he did that,
that's what he said. His words.
I mean, this.
That's why he did it.
He's got to be able to fix it.
You know what he has to do? You need to punish the underperformers, which The main two yesterday were Shaw and Dunburn. One of them needs to be dropped in the next game. Because Dunburn, no matter what he does, he doesn't get dropped. So he needs to drop one of those two.
Anybody who's blaming Dan Burn for you, and then this is not because I'm a fucking super Dan.
No.
Burn fan.
He's one. I think they were the worst two yesterday on the pitch. Plus Bruno.
No. Well, Bruno was
Bruno. Lewis Hall against Savino, whatever his name is, he had no chance. So I'm not gonna criticize him much. But the two centre backs for the first goal and
the two centre backs for the first goal was because we were high pressing.
Yeah, they shouldn't have done that against City, but that reminds me of Milan. Remember the Milan game? Fabian Shea gets the ball, runs, and then loses the ball. Boom, second goal, out of Europe, done. When we controlled the game, stupid tactics, everything. And then it could have been 3 afterwards, but they kicked the ball and they missed the open net. So we're just doing the same mistakes again. And we never lose 2-1. It's always 4-0, 4-1.
We never lose 2-1.
Yeah, so we're always getting thumped. It's like being, well, I don't want to, Chris, I'm just going to go dirty here. It's like, you start and then it's a bit tight and then once it's wet, boom. That's what happens to our defense every time. Once it's slippery, woo.
Well, somebody on the website said it was like a Brucey performance.
Nah, it wasn't Brucey because I think Bruce, he drew with them once or twice. He parks the bus. He used to be horrible. And I remember once even Rafa beat them. That was the first time in the league. We probably only beat them once in 20 years now.
I don't think Rafa beat them in the league, did he?
Yeah. Rafa beat. We went 1-0 down after 20 seconds. And I can see Rafa going to the players, calm down. It's still 0-0 basically. And we just kept the bus parked. And then after 60 minutes or something, a few subs and we scored one. And then we had a penalty. And we won. Can't remember who scored. Can't remember who scored. It's 2019. It was in 2019, Rafa beat them at home after being 1-0 down. Now, if that was Eddie, 1-0 down, we would have lost that game 6-0 after 20 seconds. But Rafa kept the bus parked with the low-quality players we had at the time and still managed to win.
Yeah, the main concern. I mean, we're gonna have to move on, and as a team, just not do this. I mean, supposedly Bruno gave people a bulletin in the locker room, or some people. I'm sure there was some words exchanged. This can't be happening. But let's take a listen to what Bruno had to say on just post-match comments, real quick.
Everything, my point of view.
Let's see here.
Bruno, a tough day. What went wrong?
Everything, my point of view. Like I said, for the boys in the change room, I think our strength is work hard. And when we don't work hard, things like that's gonna happen. We cannot think that we are high stars because we get a final. We have.
Come on, man. And I'm gonna get them in a minute, but the fact that he started with that, we cannot think because we were in a final. That has to be really.
It was, yeah.
What's going on? I mean,
the same thing happened 2 years ago.
Yeah, and
what's happened? Yeah.
It's really worrisome, and I don't know how to. I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna, see the backlash and say we got to get it right. But it's if that's not the case, then I don't know what went right.
Everything, my point of view. Like I said, for the boys in the change room, I think our strength.
At least his hair looks nice.
His hair looks nice, yeah. I'm trying to play here, but I don't know why it's. I don't know what's going on there.
I mean, the thing is, he was one of the worst ones on the
He was one of the worst. That's it. That's his worst ever performance in a black and white shirt.
Yeah, nothing. He had
bar none.
Like defending wise, going forward, holding the ball, passing, nothing.
He put the ball through, great ball through for Isaac after whatever it was, 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah. Then now.
And after that, absolutely nothing.
Not good.
The second goal. I'm not gonna blame anyone because that was class. That was class.
Well,
Well, the second was, but
if I'm pointing the finger at anybody, I'm pointing it at Bruno.
But he was
for the whole game.
the main reason for that goal, not chasing that lad.
You're talking about
miles away.
But it was just symptomatic of the whole team. There was none of them had the aggression and the what's his word? Our intensity is our identity. There was no intensity from anybody on that pitch yesterday. None.
No.
Yep.
It's worrying, man. But
it's fucking very worrying. The only thing is that you, as daft as it sounds, you just knew. Well, in my little old mind, I hope that when we suffer these setbacks, that's when we're come back at our strongest.
Well, that's very hopeful. I mean, they got
it is very hopeful. That's all it is now. Hopeful.
But ultimately, really, I mean, we listen.
Next week is a 6-pointer.
We've had really good.
Absolutely. Fucking 12-pointer next week.
Because if we lose that, you will never finish above Forest. So that position is gone. So how many points are they? 6 ahead, 9 ahead. You're never going to catch up. So win, you go 3 points ahead. Look at the difference in one game.
And Fulham have got Crystal Palace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fulham at home.
Fulham is home to Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a worrying one to say the least. Shall we do Twitter reacts? I guess some tweets, some Twitter things have been, people have been expressing their feelings, and so let's take a look at some of these things. All right, Ed says Newcastle United have won 12 out of the last 15.
Oh, how we, man.
Up there with the best form in the whole of Europe, beating Arsenal convincingly to get through the cup final, and yet I'm arguing for Howe's job with a bunch of fickle, short-sighted NUFC fans. The world has gone mad.
Welcome to the clan, Ed.
Welcome to the clan. But so what are you today, man? Because I don't understand.
I'm still Eddie in at the minute. He's fighting with his hands tied behind his back. Has been for 2 years.
Yeah, but why can't people just understand that you have to, when there's a bad game, you have to criticize the game? If that,
No, yeah.
Plain and simple.
Is anybody not criticizing?
Look at those 12 games that we've won. Leicester. The 2 cup games against, who was it? Birmingham and can't remember the one before. Bromley. Howie. There's 3 games. Which proper 9. Team did we beat in the league?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a strong one. Like top half team.
What do you mean proper teams?
Top half team.
Well,
team competing with us for top 6.
Yeah.
Man United, Tottenham.
No. Man U are 15th in the league.
On their own pitch.
Man U is just a badge now. No, Man U is just a badge now. I'm sorry. If any Man U fans are watching, you're a shit team with a big badge. Shit team. You're the Uruguay of 1930. You're a shit team. 15th in the league. They just got beat again today.
Villa.
So beating them is nothing special. Nothing special.
Well,
even Spurs who can't keep a clean sheet kept a clean sheet today.
Let's go with Twitter though. Let's go with Twitter. What is going on here? Mr.
Yeah, let's go to Twitter anyway. But we haven't beaten any contender.
Santiago saying, I really love an explanation from PGMOL as to why it's only certain teams that get an immediate flag on offside.
Oh, let's
not.
That was a shit one.
This is Gordon. Like this one on Gordon. Well, the Gordon play was definitely. I mean, I agree. The Gordon.
They're supposed to keep the flag down now.
Well,
yeah, as well.
And this is extremely clear, I would say.
Or let it play on.
Yeah.
Let it play on and then decide.
And then the side, Warren Barton, his head up, Eddie. We move on together. There you go. Some positive messages for Eddie and the team there. Match of the day, it's fair to say Alan Shearer was not too impressed with that with what he saw at the Etihad. And by the way, some other fans, because they were criticized or attacked because they criticized the performance, saying that they're fickle, etc. Well, they commented on this post and said as well, don't be careful, Alan. They're gonna call you plastic fan, fickle, and blah blah blah. So there you go.
I'm
Look at
not
that.
calling anybody.
Let-
I'm not calling anybody after yesterday's performance. I'm calling nobody who's Eddie out and continues to want him out. I'm calling nobody who criticizes the player. I'm calling nobody for anything because it was shit from start to finish.
Let's
From
take a listen.
start to finish.
Let's take a listen to Alan Shearer.
It was an absolute horror show from Newcastle United. It was unacceptable performance. Whether so many players had one eye on the cup final or what, I don't know. But they were all over the place today. They were dreadful. Manchester City, very good again.
Man, Alan Shearer,
What's worrying is the Cubs a month away.
the goat.
Exactly.
Exactly a month away.
That
You
is
can't play
the
like this
worst
for a month.
Jeremy says Newcastle when they have to play a team that is not Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's mighty win right there. All right, Sam says, Sam Toon, tell you what, I've just watched Eddie Howe's post-match press conference and his blood is boiling. Rare slip of the tongue as well, saying we are in big trouble if they have eyes on the final. Howe and his squad are in desperate need of fresh legs and quality. Well, that's what I was pointing out earlier on,
Should have had some, yeah.
We ain't got any.
Yeah, I
We
was
should have had a couple of. I'm not a big fan of loan deals, but we should have had one or two.
exactly.
If you get a loan deal, you're getting somebody that somebody doesn't want.
Yeah, but that could have been
Fresh legs.
Sterling.
Fresh
That
legs.
could have been fresh legs. Somebody that wants to prove that they can play. Bro, listen, man, it's better
Another
than
Willock.
No, I'm not.
it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. It's better than that. Right now, you have
Mailey's better than Willock. We don't need to get a loan
No.
player in there.
I'm not
Nobody's
talking
talking
about
about that,
Willock
but
now.
certainly
I'm
the right
talking
wing.
about the Willock we got on loan from Arsenal, who's not good enough for Arsenal, but he kept us up that year.
Yeah, but then the time you're talking about, that was when
Yeah, but we might get
Arsenal,
somebody.
were,
You never
Arsenal were
know.
up there and we were down there, man. We were fighting relegation.
Wait, what's that? You know the lad who came on yesterday and scored, Magpies or whatever his name is. He would have been great on the right wing. He's better than Murphy, 100% better
Absolutely,
than
but
Murphy.
do you think they're going to give us it? They're going
On
to give
loan.
us him on loan.
Aye.
Not a
He
chance, man.
He only
Give
comes
our-
on every
We don't, we
3-4
don't know,
minutes every game.
but you don't know. Why do you?
Yeah,
go
well,
out
nobody
there and
knows.
say stuff? You just got to go out there and negotiate, man. Ferry Hill Mag says we win, we lose, we draw against Man
And
City.
even, by the way, even if we'd got McAtee on loan, he
We're
wouldn't have
doing
been
the
able to
segment.
play against Man City.
We're doing.
Yeah,
the
no, but I'm not talking about yesterday's
going
game.
for,
I'm talking
going
about
for the
next
exactly. He just
30
goes
games.
for the.
Before yesterday, everything was hunky dory, man.
I was.
No,
I changed my. I took all our
joint
players
fourth
out
in
of
the
the
league,
Squad was still limited.
final of the Carabao,
No.
fifth round of the FA Cup.
Squad is still limited. We've been saying it left and right. The squad is still limited.
Mate, we shot ourselves against Birmingham.
You think
I was
everything
shitting
goes
myself.
perfect about it or everything. Now we're gonna beat Forest and everything is perfect again. You think that. Everybody else that has have a brain understands that our squad is limited. We only got to start in 11.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That he's fighting with his hands tied behind his back.
Okay, then. So you have to be open-minded. Alone might work to strengthen the squad or a free agent or anything like that. But we don't. We have
You're
close.
not
we only
going to
want the
get.
best player.
They're not going to get a
You don't know
loan
that.
worth having.
You don't know that. You don't know what? What are you talking about, man? Fair Hill Mag says we win, we lose, we draw against Man City. We always lose. Says Fair Hill. And about the match of the day, Alan Shearer's comments. Yorkshire Mag says Shearer, you will get called fickle or a plastic fan if you criticize him because he's won 12 out of 15 games. Ooh, I love that, man. I love it. Love it.
There's the thing about on Twitter today about people switching the TV off at halftime and stuff, and then other fans are like, "Oh, you shouldn't go to the final if you haven't watched the whole thing." Me, after 30 minutes yesterday, I was like, "I hope the referee whistles now."
Yeah. Dial says after today's battering against Man City side that's in really bad form. I don't think they're in really bad form. I mean,
Not bad form.
I'm not confident at all against Liverpool in the final. We're going to
No,
bottle it.
we missed their bad form. Of course, we take them when they're back on the up again, and then they get another £150 million worth of players.
We're going to bottle it again, aren't we? And we.
I wish if we had them last month, we would have beaten them.
I don't know
Correct.
about 'em, man.
100%. When we were on our form and they were in shit form.
16 here says, my theory about Willock is that he's been out for so long that he needs another summer of work plus off season to really get at his best.
I'm done with Willock.
He's
No,
so
I'm finished with
still
him as
needs
well.
to improve in the midfield at this point, but I don't want to give up on him until next season.
That what he did yesterday when he got into the box and then decided to try to go through two of City players.
Three players to pass to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's
James NUFC 49er says Eddie Howe can be our Jose Mourinho.
And that was a 2-1, by the way.
If you can't see what he has done with what he has had to work with, you truly don't understand football, says James. Clayton Hughes, that bench needs strengthening in the summer. It's just a bunch of players that have been the past 6-7 seasons riding away. I better not be seeing Longstaff, Crafto, and Wilson on the bench next season.
Oh, didn't get us started on that one.
Well, to be fair, I mean, Longstaff, what is he going to do, man? I don't think to be honest, we play so bad. Longstaff had nothing to do with how bad we play, or
They had nothing to do with Longstaff.
Nothing to do with him, man. Nothing to do with Wilson either. Wilson came in as a fireman with a cup of water, and the house was on fire, man. What is he going to do? But
listen,
to the bigger side of things,
this is down to Eddie, right? He brings we're 3-0 down, so he brings Wilson on, smashing. Let's go for it. And he takes fucking Gordon off and puts Longstaff on.
I know.
What the fuck, man?
And then he puts
how is Longstaff supposed to provide crosses or do anything to provide Wilson and Isaac? It was
Longstaff
just
coming on as a white flag. It's like, I surrender.
Exactly. The players gave up after 1 goal. Eddie gave up after 3.
After 3. And then you know what it is? What pissed me off is he kept Isaac on. Because if you surrender, take him off, bring us all on.
Yeah.
But why risk?
And by the way, Isaac was a fucking waste of space.
He was shit yesterday. Well, they all were. Except Mike.
Well, actually, you can comment on the website live show. If you there's a comment section on the bottom. You have to comment with your Facebook. So we got Brian Quinney and Fleming commenting there. Brian Quinn says, "Was Eddie not well and Brucey stood in for this game?" Okay. Was Eddie not well and Brucey stood in for this game? Ian says the whole team.
That wasn't Bruce football though.
Sean Longstaff came on 72 minutes, so I had 20 minutes left to play. He touched the ball 6 times.
Yeah.
Enough said. He was invisible from when he came on.
Enough said. All right, let's keep going with X comments. Adrian, for the first goal today, these are the positions for our 2 center backs right there. While our smallest defenders are tracking players into their positions, why is Shar halfway into the half when they had the ball? Even Murphy was farther back than both of them. This is really poor. So there you go. That's where our defenders were at. Mighty Wayne loves that. Everybody else?
Well, I can't see whether.
I just show you right there, man.
Yeah, but I can't see the other defender.
Shocking,
I can see the referee.
Well, that's where it's at. That's where he's at, next to the referee, right next to him.
Yeah, that's sure.
Yeah, both of them there. All right. Well, what is this here? Jordy says, understand that the frustration from the City loss, but calling for Eddie to be sacked, a spastic or certain words there. With tagging players, well, whoever's tagging players, I mean, just get a life, man. They're not responding to you anyway.
If somebody's criticizing Eddie, doesn't mean you want him sacked.
Yeah,
I don't want him sacked.
But the hurling, abuse, and all of that, I have no clue. I mean, we don't do that here, but obviously,
if we don't finish in Europe or in the cup, or basically, if we don't finish in Europe, which is either through the league or in the cup, he should go.
Yeah.
The best in the live chat during the match yesterday, it might have been in the reaction. The best one I ever saw was singling out players for criticism on that performance is completely counterproductive because they were all as bad as one another.
All rubbish.
To try, all you're doing is showing your own personal
Agenda.
preferences
Vendetta.
or prejudices.
Stephen Lowton says, sadly, Eddie's time is up. They did a great job of keeping NUFC in the Premier League, but cannot take the team any farther. But that is a rush.
It may be,
It's a rush assessment.
not yet.
It is a rush assessment, I think.
We've got 3 months left. 3 months.
Eddie
And then we can
Newcastle fans
judge.
here says, why doesn't Eddie Howe call his players over and correct them when they are switching off, like other managers do? Every opportunity to give quick
Yeah, I've never seen that.
refocus and boost confidence should be
We've seen
taken.
that lots of times.
No, we haven't, man. Yesterday he was asleep and Pep Guardiola was
We
winning
didn't see
3-0.
it yesterday.
Tell
We
it.
didn't see it yesterday.
Okay,
but
then, so we're talking about
we've
yesterday.
seen many, many times when Eddie's called everybody over, when we've been dark arts and everything to get some time. And he's got the players over and given them a proper bollock, and it's worked.
Mm-hmm.
So he does do that. He didn't do it yesterday.
Jake tagging Eddie Howe's comment says, there you go. Game plan was to be aggressive. Players have to take responsibility for the passiveness today. No one expects us to dominate the ball away against Man City, but some of our pressing and desire in duels was embarrassing.
But was the game plan to be aggressive? That's the whole point.
Well, that's what he says on his post-match comments.
No, that's what he says.
No, that's what Eddie said.
It just I looked random completely. I don't know. I had no idea what he was trying to do.
Yeah. But AFTV says, Alexander Isak, are you watching? I guess they had a good game or something. But everybody out there calling you're a small club.
That's not even yesterday. That
Newcastle, I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
No,
that's not yesterday. It's black and white shirt, man.
That's a Castore.
Oh no, but you guys are missing the point, man. AFTV said, Isak, are you watching? I guess their game or they beat Leicester or something. And a lot of memes have
leave that shit team called Newcastle.
Yeah, they're telling you're a small club. Newcastle fans telling Arsenal fans that you got a small club, and it's kind of the ick phase when there's another a fan channel calling recruiting your players. Basically, is what that is. So, I mean, it is what it is with those guys. I have no clue. Let us do something that we haven't done in a while, and we need to do actually now from when us moving forward, which is player scores. We certainly need to do that, don't we? On a bad day, on a good day, we must have player scores, and it is what it is. There's a lot of people it's still commenting on YouTube. I think no signings in 3 windows says it all. Niall, absolute BS mentality. City were there for a game, and we choked like we always do when the chips were down. Eddie has had a lot of these types of games. Well, that is the situation. How long do you maintain? But like I said, you don't make that assessment now, though. I mean, you're gonna have to wait, until.
But this is it's a recurring theme, isn't it? Every time we play a game where if we win, we're gonna cement ourselves in that top 4, and every time we're fucking bottle it and lose.
Every time we are knackered. Yeah. Player scores, ladies and gentlemen. Player scores. Last but not least, we hit our peak, says Kenny. Well, that could be as well, but
But no idea how many where these are good. But Dubs was already.
So Dubravka player scores. Let's go with Dubs. Martin Dubravka. What do you guys think? Quickly and swiftly.
Well, he's got to be at least a 7, probably in the end.
I don't think you should give anybody an 8, man. I'm gonna
if you're going to give anybody an 8, it's him.
No, I'm gonna give him a 7. I think 7 is.
Yeah, well, I'm happy with 7.
Are you okay with that, Roy?
No, I'll give him 6. You can't concede 4 goals, even though none of them's your fault, and then have a high score like this.
Well,
so give him a 6.
You lost that one, but because of the averages, we'll say the majority says 7. So, but you do get a point though. I
conceded 4 goals.
I used to be a Russian judge like that. Now, Dan Burn, baby Burn. Burn was rubbish, man. So I'm gonna give him a 4.
Burn wasn't rubbish.
Yeah, he's a 4. A 4. I mean, you know,
He's a 6 for me.
hell no, man. This guy.
No, he's a 2 for me.
Ooh. So
First goal, unforgivable. But he did. Oh, wait. I'll change it. 3.
okay, so 3. Well, you're still gonna be a 4 though, because that's
Yeah,
the
I'll give him
middle
3
score.
because he had 1 clearance
That's
and
the middle score,
And
man.
one
there was that
fantastic.
first one against Holland.
Win, man. You don't have to. Yeah, not every week. You don't have to party with Burn.
Why is he a
I
6?
don't.
He's
I'm not
absolute
partying
shit.
with Bern. I'm saying everybody was fucking shocking. If you're talking about Dan Burn being a 2, how many are you giving everybody else?
No, he's not the worst one. Oh, there's going to be loads of worse
Oh,
ones.
this is one of
Well,
the
if
I'll
worst.
give him a 3.
if your starting point's at 2, that's
No,
fair
you
enough.
start at 5,
No,
and
I
everybody
gave
play
the
bad.
Barca
You gotta go below that.
6.
I don't understand what's so hard about it. I start with 5. If everybody plays rubbish as yesterday, everybody has to be below that.
I mean, we
So
got beat 4-0. Everybody played shit. Why would somebody get a 7?
exactly, no way. This guy
Oh.
was absolute rubbish.
If
Fabian.
there's anyone worse than Dan Burn, there you go.
Well, no, I'm gonna give him a 2 as well, man, because this guy is just clueless on defense. I mean, a whole season, but yesterday he graduated from it. Uh,
Masterclass yesterday.
Disaster class.
Did you see the? I think it was still 0-0, and he did one of the stupid low passes.
Yeah.
Straight to them.
Yeah. 1. I'll give him a 1. Yeah.
So my
Is he? He's doing that as well.
I'll give him a 1 and all.
Oh man, so
Shite,
that
proper
is
shite.
so
Probably worth. Well,
I said 2, so it's gonna have to be a 1
not
though.
the worst one
The
yet.
vast majority going for a 1. Man, that is crazy. Boy, has he fallen from
Oh dear.
grace. Lewis Hall, he was cooked left and right. I mean, Savino.
Has been, by the way,
Nah.
a few times lately.
Yeah,
Savino,
he hasn't been as good as he was in the last, I'll say, 2 months.
Savino just I mean, he just cooked them in.
I'm gonna give him
Bitch slapped him. That's what he did.
So all right then.
4 for me.
4.
Because there was a couple of moments going.
I had to give him a 3. I had to give him a 3 because now I'm remembering Savino was just cooking him. Like
Yeah.
I kept saying that. Actually, I keep saying that, but I mean,
3
I
as
don't
well.
understand.
So the third goal, his fault. Backing
So
off him, and then
3 it is. 3 it is.
yeah.
Okay, Kieran Trippier. Oh man, I've been advocating for this guy too, man.
It's gets worse when you look at these players and
No,
remember what they were doing.
It's honest. Like I say, I have never been angrier than I was after that match. 2.
I've been 2 for Trippier. So
In fact, why 2? Why 2? 1.
1 Trippier. He was at least he was yelling though after
Yeah.
every goal.
Wow.
After every goal. So Roy,
2. Yeah, 2. He wasn't. He was. I think he was better than Fabian Schär, so he goes a bit
Oh,
not. But they're all shit.
I'm gonna give him a 3, but the average is gonna be a 2. But I don't know. I mean, he wasn't good. A 3 is not good either. So it's whatever, I guess.
Oh.
Willock.
Oh.
He was shocking this guy, man. So I'm gonna say 2. I want to say 2.
I like that score that's there now. Seriously. Did he do anything at all?
No, he was actually wasteful. If there was someone else playing instead of him, we might have had a better outcome in the final third.
I'm going to stick with a 0, and that's the first time ever I've given this.
I'll give him 1 because he turned up. Because I'm keeping my 0 for someone else.
I don't know who turned. I don't know what turned up is. I'll go with 1 2 though. I'm gonna go with 1 2. Man, that is shocking. That. Ooh. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Goal number 4.
So I'm. I know what I'm gonna do.
No, get back where you were.
Yeah, we need to go back. Yeah, there you go.
Finale. So what you gonna do?
And love child, go on.
No. He was still the best player on the pitch, which is crazy.
Fucking shut up, man.
No,
He
I don't
was.
think it was.
He was. So
I think that was his worst game in a black and white shirt.
Absolutely.
certainly
Mate, it was a
was.
few people's worst game.
Yeah.
Certainly was. But even at his worst game, I want to say a 5. I'm going to give him a 5. Um,
I'm going to
2
give
for
him
me.
I'm giving him a 3.
yeah. So the
We'll
middle
have to add them and divide them. So 2 and 5.
Go
So
ahead
that's
and say
10.
the middle
Divide
score.
by 3. So it's 3 average. Yeah.
Yeah. So which is I thought tonight it was 5, but Bruno.
I'll give him
You gotta-
1 for his ball through to Isaac.
I'm giving him that 0 there. Worst one. The captain.
Yeah.
The leader.
It's comfortably his worst ever performance in a black and white shirt.
Yep. A 0. And I rarely give players. I've given Longstaff 0s before and Miggy, and I've never thought I'd do this with him. 0, and he's the captain.
Well, I'm giving him 1 because of that ball he put. Great ball. Maybe actually put another one through in the second half, but
Yeah.
didn't quite.
Would you say 1-0? I mean, I just say, yeah, 1. So low. The average will say the majority say 1. Yeah, which is low as hell, man. Murphy's the next one. Quack, quack, quack.
Love it.
I'll give him 3. He was trying, but
I'll give him 2 because he was obviously trying to play in a position that he fucking with the way Eddie set them up.
no, because for me, it's I don't expect
It's
much from
sad as
him,
hell, man.
and he overachieves almost in every game. And it looked like he was trying yesterday, so I'll just give him that 3.
All right. I want to say 2. What did Wednesday?
I think he said 2 as well. Yeah, so 2 wins.
So 2. All right.
Only
Next,
because I love Miggy.
Anthony Gordon.
Oh,
I'm actually going. I got an issue with this one. I'm gonna give Anthony Gordon a fat 0 because one thing you can't negotiate is the attitude. He had a stinker attitude, pouting. We're losing, so he just half-ass kicks for a cross or anything like that. I mean, just you can sense the attitude issue. So I'm not
yeah.
cool with that. I want to give
Fat
him
as dummy all game.
for being a twat.
Yeah, 0 for me as well. So him and Bruno. Uh, if you add Tonali and Isaac, that's the 4 players we've got. Like maybe you can say world class. Oh shit! Yesterday, and he was just. I mean, look at Marmoush and Savio doing, and look at him. It's unbelievable, man.
Oh, unbelievable.
Do you think he's not good enough? Maybe. Do you think we just see things in black and white eyes, and we think our players are better than they are?
Yeah. Well, I said we need to wait another season before we give him 180,
Yeah.
and we didn't wait. So Isak, look, I'm actually not gonna put too much blame on Isak because he had a good plays, a couple plays he could have executed better. But I mean, it's just like Haaland. Haaland didn't have a good game because he wasn't involved really. So this guy
Yeah.
was definitely not involved. I mean, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna give him 4, just because I mean, below
Yeah.
average.
At least he was trying as well, especially when
But in a lot of plays,
Wilson came on as well.
he was left alone, and what the hell? He had to dribble. He had to run all the way up, and by that time, I mean, he was already guarded. And I mean, it's just.
Yeah, I'll give him a 4 as well.
All right, so that wins. Mighty win. I don't know where he's going to.
Apologies for that. I thought I could last out, but I couldn't.
That was a quickie.
Oh, you did it. Come on, man. That was a quickie.
Went had the
Hey,
blue pill, went for it, and came back. Must be a record that, like 20 seconds.
there you go, Mighty.
Who have I missed? Hang on, who have I missed?
You miss Gordon.
Gordon.
I give him a 0. We both gave him a 0 because
No, I give Gordon a 3.
he was a pouting twat the whole time, man. I can't stand.
Yeah, it's fat as dummy all night.
Wasn't his finest day, but was it? It was none of theirs. And out of the lot, he was definitely not the worst of the lot.
Yeah. And Isak, a 4-1 as well, because
I don't know where the 4 comes from. If he put
Because
that one away that Bruno put through.
Because he's the one that suffers. He's the one that suffers the most when the team is not playing good.
I'll give Bruno he's like a 2.
Well, you lost anyway. And then we got with some subs, Callum Wilson.
Well,
I mean, Callum Wilson. I want to give.
Gets a 5.
I'm going to give 5 because he. Actually, no. Because it doesn't look right. I'm going to give him a 4. Because none of these they couldn't do nothing.
Nobody deserves a 5 yesterday, except
no.
maybe Dubravka.
This guy.
That's his right there.
He is literally invisible, man. He's literally Longstaff is literally invisible. I mean,
he should be in a Marvel cartoon.
And when he's not invisible now, listen, it's all down to confidence with him now. He's shot. His confidence is completely shot. He knows for a fact he's living on borrowed time, and he just can't wait to get out now, I think.
Well,
I think it's good for both of us, team and
me.
him, for him to go.
Yeah, him and Willock, get them out the door.
I'll give him 1 just for turning up.
That'd
be nice. It was probably better than half his performances last season.
No, that's nonsense.
Well,
I'm just trying to be nice to him. I gave him minus before, so yeah. 1.
You did. I -4 once, didn't you?
It was like once was like -9 or something. It's just getting worse and worse. I think it was worse. His worst one was the Arsenal away last season.
Shocking. All right then.
Where's Miley?
Got beat 4-1.
Miley, there you go. Lewis
Miley. And he never made 1 foul. Miley,
7. Miley 7.
I'll go along with a 7.
Yeah. Only shot on goal.
Shining light.
With a young kid, who's the same age as my daughter, which is a bit scary. And wow, he had bigger balls than every single player on that pitch. Yeah. Even though ball size has got nothing to do with age, though. But he was the best one.
The next one, Livramento.
Actually, one mistake in the second half, but I think he was better than Trippier, so I'll give him a 5. Yeah, he was better than Trippier. He was much better than Trippier.
I'm going to say 4, though. I'm going to say 4.
I'm going to say a 3, so we'll get your
4. 4, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't great. I mean, it was. They were all shit. It's just you thinking which one stinks more.
And now, come on, let's have the next one.
Well, I don't have a picture of him, but you know where he goes to, which is Mr. Eddie Howe. Is the one. I mean, what do we got to say about him?
He gets 1 for the team selection, and actually, then he loses fucking everything for the game management and the substitutions. So fucking 0.
Look at Mighty Wayne, man.
I'll give him a 0 because team selection wrong.
No, the team selection was right.
No, because I think he should have went with a 3 at the back, even if it was Kraft, and then management during the game, after the goals and all that stuff. That was shocking. And then the subs, as usual. Once he starts the sub, will become worse.
Yeah.
Well, no, he put Miley on, don't forget.
Miley was better, but then that Gordon Longstaff thing.
They had no choice. I mean, I guarantee you, if
when it's 3-0 and 20 minutes left against City, that means it's game over. So what you do is you take your best players off, which he's done before. But yesterday, he takes Gordon off, who can supply balls in, brings Wilson on, and Longstaff.
That was the one thing for me.
Yeah.
For to bring Wilson on, and in the same substitution, take Gordon off. What the? Where? What's he thinking?
I don't know. And then he had someone like Osula who needs to improve and get more minutes because he's never going to improve. And then he brings the old man on. How old is he now? Wilson, 33 or something.
It don't matter what Wilson.
Yeah. So And then the worst thing that would have happened yesterday, 20 minutes left, Isak getting injured. Imagine. Just take him off. Just you took Gordon off, take him off.
I could have done that and put a Sula on as well.
I was happy with taking Bruno off, though.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. All right. Well, so Eddie Howe gets 0 then.
0 from me.
0 from me.
0 from everyone, Mr. Edward Howe. Well, that was one hell of a review, match report, if there was one. Hopefully, we never have to do this.
Hopefully, we never have to do that again.
I hate the losing ones. I like the happy ones when we win.
The present one. But look, it is what it is. We're gonna have to move on, won't we? I mean, it's I don't know.
I'm hoping we're gonna have a great St. Patrick's Day. That's what I'm hoping for. Right, next day, won the cup. Fucking absolute shit face, man. I'll be shit faced for 4 days, man.
Yeah, but the bastards are shooting Trafalgar Square for St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
I think that's going to keep us out of there.
Anyways, so we had a good show. Thank you for everybody that's joined us on the website. You'll be able to see this on YouTube, obviously, as well. So no problem. But thank you for everybody that supported us. We're still gonna have to fix some things around, but stay tuned. We're gonna upload the NTTV originals, which is I think it's gonna be the Geordie Premier League show where we talk about the Premier League with a Geordie biased. So I got that. I'm thinking of that one. And there's another one as well. So I got working. So stay tuned, but definitely give us some love. We need to grow the website, just be independent, not depend on YouTube so much. But obviously, nothing will be changing on YouTube. We're still going to.
The beauty is we can use the footage.
And we can use the footage, which is great. We can't do that on YouTube. So, but thank you so much for your support. If you want to watch, if you're on YouTube right now, want to watch this unedited, uncensored, come on. Onto the website, and you should be able to see it there. So thank you so much for your support. From me, from Roy, and Mighty Win. We will see you guys on the next.